Hello and welcome to the week with me, Puja Awasthi. In light of the suicide of techie Atul Subhash, there has been a debate going on about how dowry laws are misused against men. Today we have with us Mr. Swarup Sarkar, who is the founder of the Men Welfare Trust and the Save India Family Movement. This movement has helplines in various cities of India and aims to help men who are unfairly targeted with laws which are made to protect women. Welcome to the week, Mr. Swarup Sarkar. Could you please start by telling us what exactly is the Men Welfare Trust Save Indian Family Movement?
Madam, it was in 2005 in a small Yahoo group, 10th March, we formed a discussion group among the victims who are used to face such type of problem. That time condition was very, very bad. On just mere complaint from a husband family, like 8 people, 9 people, including their mother, sister, small children used to get arrested. And bail was very, very difficult. Minimum 14 days custody, sometimes it is 60 days, 90 days, 6 months people used to stay in jail. Actually, what happened when we started meeting such type of people all over the world, like US, UK, Japan, Singapore, India, Delhi, Bombay, Bengaluru, Chennai, the pattern was all these people, they are well established in their studies, career, brilliant students like engineers, MBA, IS officers. But everybody does this one mistake, which I used to tell that time to everyone. For example, you buy a car, started to drive, but you don't know the traffic law. So for us, it was the same. We get married in India, but we are not knowing what is the marriage law of this India. And all these people I have seen, forget about dowry. If you go by the definition of the dowry, even I also from a Bengal, Bengal, normally people are more feminist ideology. In our college, different debates, seminars, stop dowry or stop dowry, without knowing the difference between dowry and stridhan. And today maximum people are same. What is the stridhan? What is the dowry? In our law, there is nothing called purushdhan. So when you go for a marriage, suppose I have a brother and a sister. During their marriage, I give a car or a home to my brother as well as to my sister. Now, will you call it dowry or stridhan? In case of brother, nobody is calling it as a dowry. But when I'm giving to my sister, if it is a dowry, as per dowry law, there is a protection officer. That protection officer can come and seize that item. But as per law, he cannot do it. Because that is not dowry. That is the stridhan. And same thing, in a marriage, whatever husband family is giving, whatever your friends and others gifts are coming, all comes under stridhan. It is the woman legal right. So what happened? At the time of marriage, everything is stridhan. There is nothing called dowry. But when the dispute comes, the claim is all it was dowry. So that is the problem nobody knows. So as a result, at the time of marriage, everybody think, okay, this is all stridhan, it is a gift, nothing is there. But when the dispute comes, everything is become dowry. So this basic difference we don't know. So at the time of marriage, we have not listed these things. We have not taken any declarations. So that was one aspects which I learned later. Second thing, we all educated guys, we see from the outside, rosy picture of the judiciary law, we used to think, I have not done anything. I have not taken any dowry. Even I supported to my wife's family. Sometimes we given, suppose in my parents, I am sending money, 2,000 rupees through my mother. We used to send the 2,000 to my in-laws also. So I thought, okay, nobody can touch me. I have not done any wrong. But when such cases come, we saw this does not matter. Because these are the laws has framed in such a way. On the mere verbal statement, you have to take in that as a truth. And we are shocked. And we are feeling very guilty ourselves. We have done engineering, we have done MBAs, we are dealing with so many things. And these simple things we have not understood before marriage. So lack of awareness. Neither in any seminar, neither in any TV channels, neither in any study materials, this was informed. If your wife's family just say you demanded dowry, and it can be after your 50 years of marriage also, you will be charged. Second thing, in the law, there is a word called relative. That relative word was not clarified. Who is your relative? Suppose my name is Swarup Sarkar, your name is Puja Sarkar. If my wife filed a case and put your name, Puja Sarkar, as a sister of mine, your FIR will be put against you also.
Right.
Now, you may run behind the court, all these things, quashing. Okay, nothing will happen to you. Maybe police is powerful, you may get arrested, you will get bail, and you have to prove that you are not my sister. That is the reason you see when the Supreme Court various judgments you can see, in a case, somebody's sister is staying US, UK, husband, wife is staying in Bangalore, they are staying in Chennai or somewhere, everybody's name is coming and those cases is coming in Supreme Court and they are squashing. But the process, the third question which we came to know, the process of the legal system, procedures, that itself is a punishment. So that was the reason in 2006 or 7, we put a PI. We request them that this law is violating the Article 21, because Article 21 says live and liberty with dignity of a person. There is nothing called man, woman, husband, wife. So this law is violating our constitutional right. Kindly void it. Supreme Court, after going through all these things, they say, we cannot do it. It is the job of the parliament. And even they instructed the parliament to look into this matter because it is violating the constitutional right. Otherwise, it will unleash the legal terrorism. The word coined legal terrorism first time. Then there was a lot of our women members also. They put a Rajya Sabha bill in the parliament. Dr. Anupama, she was from Delhi. On that basis, there was formed a parliament committee. There everybody represented, women organization, NCW, WCT, our organization, other main organizations. The conclusion, on details I am not going, conclusion was there. Presently, we cannot doing anything, but we are forming a new law, because that time everybody was agree. Just on mere allegation, arresting someone is not good. It is violating Article 21. But keeping in mind the present situation, we will not make it billable, but we will create a law which can protect this arrest misuse by police. So CRPC 41 came in 2010, I think. But after coming the CRPC 41, still police was not following. They keep on arresting. So that time, one judgment in Supreme Court, Arnesh versus State, that everybody is using all big lawyers in cases. without naming any specific section, they say less than 7 years offense, police cannot go and arrest immediately. So a lot of other guidelines came. You have to give a notice to the person. If he is cooperating in your investigation, you no need to arrest. If you want to arrest, you have to give a justifications. All these things is happening. So after that, immediate arrest was reduced.
Yes.
At the same time, mediation center, woman cell, all everything was there. So what happened now? When a case is filed, husband family get a time. So on that time, he can go for anticipatory bails, all these things. So what was earlier was happening, suppose Friday 10 o'clock FIR, 12 o'clock 12% behind the bar, next Saturday, Sunday, holiday, Monday, your bail will be coming. And that time system was there without hearing anything like what is happening in heinous crime, 14 days judicial custody. But 14 days you have to be in jail minimum.
Right.
So that situation is little better. Now what happened, unfortunately, that is what I used to say, you fix one, come another. Our constitution and natural justice says a person cannot be punished twice for the same offense. Now you say dowry. Though in our IPC, for every offense, law is there. Forget husband, wife. Suppose you or me, someone is harassing me for money, property, or something related to my job or something. I have the law. No? Same thing. If husband family is harassing the wife's family, there is the law, extortion law, harassment law, everything is there. Suppose you or me suicide, which is happening in Atul case also. There is an amendment of suicide law, but still you made 304B, dowry death. For dowry, you made DP3, DP4. Suppose somebody murdered me, burnt me alive, or something. I have the law, murder law, but still you made 304B, 498. So in the name of dowry, you created 3 laws. DP3, DP4, 304B, 498. This is a clear violation of natural justice. Even for Kasab also, you tried in one law. No? And these cases can be filed in 3 different courts also. So this was one part. Then after all these things, then come Domestic Violence Act. Discussion was going on. We represented it. We given our study reports. I sent a link. Big discussion in Rajya Sabha TV. All MP, everybody was convinced that like all over world, in the law, it is not man and woman or husband and wife. This is the word used person. So what happened? If a woman faces the domestic violence, he can also file a complaint. If both can file, then depending on the fact checking and the things, who is wrong. And that is another fact. Maybe woman cases is coming in even UK or US also 70%, men maybe 30%. But it's there. So what happened? In India, unfortunately, due to pressure from WCT, NCW, and other women organizations, they disagree. Even people does not know. This Domestic Violence Act, first bill was in Bajpayee government came. That time it was gender neutral. But later on they amend and they made only for women. Same thing happened in workplace harassment also. They copy the law from the other country where it is gender neutral. But when it comes to India, it became gender specific. So in this, I quote a famous dialogue of Madhu Kishore, who also unfortunately fighted for such type of law. Later she says this was wrong, because it is not like that all the girls' family born in Raja Harishchandra family, and all the men is born in criminal family. So just on mere allegations, you are terming someone criminal. These are the special laws. Why the problem is coming, I am telling you. First, it is a conjoinable, non-bailable offense. So on your verbal statement, it is like a dying declaration. So you have to consider prima facie that is the truth. As I say, somebody say, your name is Puja Sarkar, you are my sister, your name will be in the FIR.
Right.
Now it is comes to the police. It is the job of the police to investigate. Are you really my sister? Are you really a Puja Sarkar or Puja Awasthi? Then they have to remove that one with justification before file the charge sheet. But you know, here comes the system failures. They will not do. Because what happened? When a police removes somebody's name, a finger will be raised against him that you've taken the money from the accused and removed the name. So they are afraid. So what they will do, they will, whatever in the complaint, they will just copy paste and put the charge sheet in the court without any filtering.
Right.
Now in the court, you go with the evidence. No, I am not Puja Sarkar, I am Puja Awasthi, I am not no relation with the Swarup Sarkar. Court will say, okay, wait, let the evidence test come. That time I will hear you. Now I will not hear you. You will go for the quashing. Quashing will say, this is a matter of the trial. You go to the trial court and prove it that you are not Puja Sarkar. So that evidence itself will go for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, some cases 10 years also. And here what will happen? The complainant, wife's family, wife will not come in the court. They will just file the case and sit here, let them get harassed. And the criminal law, the accused has to be present, must. If you don't present, then again a warrant will come against you, arrest warrant. But it is not compulsory that complainant should come.
Right.
So that is the loophole in our criminal justice system in CRPC. That will go. So after maybe 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, maybe you go for quashing. Judges will give big lectures. Oh, this is get misused. This is get legal terrorism, all this, what they will use. Parliament should take action. But in our law, there is IPC 211 to punish such type of people. Unfortunately, that law you cannot initiate. It is the judge who have to initiate. Now here judge has not suffered. So why you will take unnecessary burden? So that is the reason you will see a lot of cases, FIR had been quashed, it has been proved it was malicious prosecutions, unnecessary other people has dragged, but no punishment. The wife or a woman.
Mr. Sarkar, you just spoke of, systematic failures. So this is perhaps not a failure of the law itself, but a failure of how it is being implemented.
See, it is combination of both. First, law given an opportunity to the systems to manipulate it. Because you created a law where the mere verbal allegations, FIR will be registered and it is a non-bailable. And not only dowry law, if any law, if you create on such principles, it is a total violation of Article 21. Because in criminal law, when you initiate a crime, allow that law to take actions, you are actually snatching the Article 21 from a person. That is the reason the natural justice system say a person is innocent till proven guilty. That is the reason you see TADA, POTA, all these things, this SC/ST Act, everything was get misused. But here the revenue is more. Like in dowry law, the return is more. So that is the reason lawyers, police, everybody, they are more encouraged to milking money from here.
Milking
So,
money from the
husband family.
Husband's family. Okay.
System lawmakers has given a loop-sided, clumsy drafted law to the system with the expectation whatever loopholes, everything is there, system will take the corrective action by their own. As I say, first filter is police, second filter is trial court, then higher courts. Now second comes, system also failed. So it is a combination of the both which lead to, that's why Supreme Court say unleash the legal terrorism.
Okay, so Mr. Sarkar, you have helplines in various cities of India, right? So on an average, let us say in a year, how many men are reaching out to you because they have been targeted by these laws unfairly?
See, our helpline earlier was individual control, like volunteers, individual number. Then I think 2010, we taken a single number, 882498 and it is connected to around 50 NGOs. So all our self-supported volunteers, no money paid from their own patients. Calls initially we used to get too high. It also depends on sometimes very high, depending on some judgments came or something happened. So on an average, you can say in a year, around 30 to 40,000 calls we get.
Today?
Per year, I'm saying. So per month, it will be around 4,000 to 3,000 to 4,000. But
right,
once upon a time, it used to be 8,000, 10,000 call per month.
But Mr. Sarkar, would you not agree that this problem in the implementation of the law is there? Yes, we agree with that. But actually, women are more at the receiving end of this still. I mean, in some cases, yes, it is being misused, but more women are at the receiving end of atrocities heaped because of dowry or harassment.
See, ma'am, if you asked me this question in 2004, when I was a feminist, I would say without doubt, yes. But today, I will disagree. Because what you are saying a crime against woman, same thing you are not saying crime against man. For example, husband is demanding money, harassing the wife, verbal abuse, economic abuse, sexual abuse. You are terming as a crime. You are showcasing this is a woman are receiving it. But same thing when it's happening to the husband or a man, you are not considering that is a men are receiving it. So you are considering that is a zero in the statistics. Even in NCRB, there is no provision of crime against men. How many cases are coming? All over the studies, even domestic violence law, I have given you the study reports. When we completed study, as per domestic violence, verbal abuse, economical abuse, sexual abuse. When we asked to the man, everybody says, I also faced.
Men also.
Now you are not. Yes, 98% men responded. And in my personal life, I also see. You tell me which husband does not face the verbal abuse from wife?
No, but when you say 90%, what is your sample size?
It was around 16,500. Now the thing is, all the studies they have done, the question they are asking for a woman, they have not asked the same question to the men. For that, we have written a lot of times to the survey, which is done nationally. If you are asking a wife, have you ever faced verbal abuse from husband? Do you ask the same question to a man? Have you ever faced verbal abuse from wife? No. And if you see, there is a report of, I think it is a UN report. In India, even physical violence on men, India is ranked third because women use the balloon, throwing the items, all these things are there. So what I will say, why we want to go on that direction? Suppose domestic violence, verbal abuse is wrong. You should consider gender neutral way, na? Okay, if I consider, okay, 99% woman is in receiving end, 1% man is receiving end. Okay, make the law gender neutral. Then automatically you will come to know actual thing. Now what we are doing, we are assuming. And all the studies we are making in selective way. If you ask the same question on the basis, again, I am just giving a great example. When this Domestic Violence Act was implemented, everybody was given a report that 70% of the women of India face the domestic violence. Okay, that report was placed on that basis. That report was done by some Washington Post or somebody. We go through the studies and then we write to them. How it is possible? Have you asked the same question to a man? Answer was no. Second, how you drive the figure of 70%? He says, no, we have not asked like that. We have asked, what do you think? Suppose somebody is telling you, what do you think? In India, women face domestic violence, yes or no? So right. Definitely you will say yes. Maybe you are not faced. So it is the perception. 70% of the people perception women face domestic violence. Okay, but that was presented like way that 70% women are subject to domestic violence. Then
let me come in there again.
Just wait. Just let me complete this. Sir. So they apologize, they withdraw. Then WCD started their own study. That time that figure came 37%. So what I want to project here, study is different. Different method, different thing is there. Sometimes it is the perception which has been converted to all this as actual data. I am saying 70% come down to the 37%. It is not our study. It is the study of the WCT. So in this area, my only thing is there, as per me, I'm not talking about the physical violence. Okay, maybe when you talk about domestic violence like verbal abuse, economical abuse, emotional abuse, it is same. There are some studies internationally where they ask the same question to both men and women. The result is coming same. Maybe 40, 50, maybe 48, 52 like that. That is the thing.
So if I come back to
the,
no, but Mr. Sarkar, if I come back to the Domestic Violence Act, it was enacted with the specific purpose of being a mid-path solution so that a woman can keep on staying in her home and she doesn't have to go to the extreme of, let us say, getting a divorce or filing a case against the husband. Would you say that after the coming of the Domestic Violence Act, the number of calls that even your helpline has been receiving has reduced because the law has in some way made an impact on that?
Actually, when this law was made, if you see my earlier various report, big women activists also, they presumed due to this Domestic Violence Act, 490 will be reduced. Unfortunately, statistics says no. 498 also getting domestic violence also getting. Now, our helpline calls get reduced after Arnesh Kumar judgments.
Sorry, after?
After Arnesh Kumar judgments. Arnesh. The arrest, immediate arrest, that fear, that has get reduced.
Right.
Now, the problem is in domestic violence, they given the CRPC 125 linked. CRPC 125 is a very dangerous law. There is again another story. When this law was actually started, this law actually not a merit base, who is wrong, who is right, understand? It is like a humanitarian ground. Okay, you had a divorce, even it is available for divorce domain also. Okay, you already divorced. So, okay, per month 500 rupees will be given to you. Because that time no scheme for the government, so husband has to give 500 rupees per month as a humanitarian ground. Then that was increased to 1500. Then they remove it. So CRPC 125 a law which is purely based on how much a husband is earning. Merit of the case, who is wrong, who is right, is not considered.
Right.
That's why you see Supreme Court says you beg, borrow, or steal, but you have to maintain your wife. So that is linked with the Domestic Violence Act. And that is the reason what many people are saying many things, why Atul has suicide. I had posted in the Twitter. You see his specific word, and which is facing everyone. He says, I am earning a good salary. And this thing itself making more stronger my enemy.
Right.
As I am earning good, it is destroying my family. Means if I have not earned like 15,000, 20,000, this thing does not happen to me. And whatever tax I am paying, with this tax, our judiciary, our police, they are getting salary. So my tax has been used against me and other person to harass.
So if I may
just a minute, just complete. So his thought process was how to stop this money supply. Best is I earn zero. Now the problem is if he wants to earn zero, he has to leave the job. But the court and judiciary system will consider it is an afterthought. So the burden, what 80,000, 1 lakh or this, it will be there. So that is the reason his thought process was there. Better I finish my life. So that money supply, which I am earning by my own hard work, nobody giving me free, it has been used against me and it has been a curse. So this we have to understand, man.